I'm going to be doing a design video, not an art video. I think that's the direction I want to kind of go more with this channel anyway. So I am going to make up a brand in my brain, and then this lighting's kind of scary, and then I'm going to make a logo for it and maybe like mock it up. We'll see how far I get before my camera dies. Yeah, so I already did some sketches, and maybe I'll put them in like right over here or something, but I was gonna do it on my iPad, but I don't know where my Apple Pencil went, so that's kind of stressing me out because I don't want to have to buy another one of those. Just did it the old-fashioned way, pencil and paper. Never filmed myself while designing, so we'll see how this goes. So basically what I did, because I was having kind of I'm really tired, so I couldn't really come up with a business name that I really liked, so I went to Shopify.com and used their business name generator. So any other people who are wanting to practice their graphic design and they need to come up with like a prompt, it just generates like a ton of like random names, and some of them are kind of cool. So I got Scorpio Cafe, which is kind of cool. So I changed that Scorpio Cafe into Scorpio Bar and Grill because I just liked it a little better. So the small amount of research I did, because I'm not into astrology, I don't really know like what they are. I know that I'm a Scorpio, so I guess other Scorpios, hey, comment down below if you're Scorpio like me. So Scorpios are water signs, which I didn't know. I thought they were fire signs because it just sounds, I don't know, I associate scorpions with fire. And so I kind of started sketching it out, and I did like a really rough looking little illustration of a scorpion. So I started playing around with the words and the symbol of the scorpion. I thought it might be a little cliche, but it's also kind of cool. I haven't really decided if I'm going to make this a whole like identity system or if I'm just going to do one logo, because it could take a long time. And I think my camera only records for 30 minutes at a time, so we'll see how far I get. And then I started doing these like little secondary marks, or they could be the logo if I wanted to simplify it, but I'm kind of liking the scorpion symbol. So without further ado, I think I'm just going to get going. That arm is looking a little too buff. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm not really talking very much. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Okay. Well, this definitely isn't done for now, but I feel like I have a basic shape to go with. As you can see, it's a lot cardboard, make it a different color. Let's see here. Let's go and make it blue. It's not the blue that we'll keep. Well, maybe. It's kind of a cool blue. Reminds me of the new Pantone color of the year, which, I don't know, I like. I saw a lot of people saying they didn't like the new Pantone color of the year, but how can you not like blue? I guess you could not like blue. I've seen a lot of people asking like how you get better at the pen tool. And as you can see, I'm not the best at it, but I think it's just a lot of like trial and error and fiddling about to try and like get what you're going for. And sometimes that can be frustrating. I don't think I have. Oh, annoying. Snap to point, snap to pixel. One thing, if you are a beginner, that I would suggest doing is learn your shortcuts, because they save you so much time. You just can get in the flow a lot easier. When I was first learning, I had them all, like, all my shortcuts written down in like the back of one of my notebooks, and I just like would have it out and I just reference it constantly so that until I like remembered it in my head and would go back. And some of them I still, like the ones that I don't use too much, I still don't know. One thing I wish there was a shortcut for, which there might be that I don't know about, is like creating outlines for your text, which is important to do. But you have to, go into the menu and do it. You might not have to. There might actually be a shortcut. I should look it up before I start talking about it like I am. If there is a shortcut and I don't know about it, then I need to figure it out, I guess. Okay, let's see how this looks. If this was like a real logo, I would definitely spend some more time with it, for sure. But since this is just kind of a fun time over here, I think this is gonna be good for now. It's kind of rough. It looks kind of like rustic, and I think that's the kind of look I'm going for. I don't want the scorpion to look too cute, but I also don't want it to look like scary, like, be afraid, biker gang, which is a cool look, but I don't want that for this cafe. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Maybe I'll give him some eyes, but we'll wait on that. Oops, there we go. Main group. Okay. So we have our little scorpion guy. And then I'm going to pick out a font, a typeface, if you will, to use. So let's see here. I have some free fonts that I got from kernclub.com, which I highly recommend because they have free fonts. Okay, there we go. So what I was saying before my camera stopped recording was that kernclub.com, which I will link down below, they've got like 5 free fonts right now that are really cool. I try and use some of those, and we'll see. Okay, awesome. Okay, so this one's super cool. Let's see, let's make it that blue. Look how cool that is. This one is called Golden Trail KC Kern Club. Okay, so let's spell that out. Scorpio. Ooh. Yes. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Let's try another one. Okay. Yes, okay. This is another one that I love. I already posted something on my Instagram using this font because it's really cool. Okay. That's a cool one. I really like this like sans serif that they have here. It is like simple, legible, but it still has that hand done look that I like. Okay, Scorpio. Okay. I really like this one. It's very bold. Might be a little bit hard to read. Fun fact about me, my work computer is a PC and my personal computer is a Mac. So if you see me like struggling about with like shortcuts, which I was like all like, ooh, you need the shortcuts earlier, but that's why I'm like struggling, is because the command key is like swapped with like, you use the control key on a PC or something like that, and so like my hand goes to the wrong spot when I'm trying to do the controls, and it's like yeah, I don't think I'm feeling this one, just not with like, I think this could be cool, but not for like this purpose, for like a cafe. It's a little intense, I think. There's always a point when you're designing where you're like, I think I hate this, but kind of just have to keep going, because it's not, usually when you're in that stage, it's like not even close to being finished, and so I just need to be like chill to myself. Chill. Okay. So for those like trendy like arch things, this is how I would go about making one of those. Make a little circle that's kind of like relative to the size of your icon. And then take that, get rid of it, and then pen tool and hold shift and drag it down like that. And then do the same on the other side. Drag it down. There, I think that's about the same. Okay, so I'm gonna save this because I don't want to have to keep remaking them just in case. I reuse that. Drag it off. That's another thing. It's always super easy to like copy and paste elements out of your design. And especially before you like expand something and like lose like that kind of integrity, it's good to like copy it and take it off so that you have a copy just in case you need to like go back to it and fix something, especially if you're working for a client and they want changes. It is so difficult if you've like expanded it and that's your only copy and you're like, well, now I have to go back and like change this like size of this or the shape, and you're kind of like up a creek. Sometimes I catch myself working like super zoomed out and I'm like, why are you doing that? You can zoom in. And let it go. Okay, are we still recording? Now when you're doing like a real logo, you definitely spend some more time, or at least I do. I spend a lot of time fiddling back and forth with things. Oh. The special character bullet is Kern Club. Look at that. This video video is not sponsored by Kern Club, but I just am a fan. I don't think they do sponsorships. But they're pretty cool. So when you center things and the text isn't expanded, then it is hard to like there's always like a little space, so it's not really center. So a trick is to take this and just like make it be nothing. So that's right there. The little box lines up with the end of the letter instead of having that little space at the end. So now let's try it again. Much better. Okay, and since we're going for more of that like hand done look, I am going to do a fun trick that I've been doing a lot, maybe probably overdoing, but I really like it. So, and it's just a, it's just a me project, so I can do it. Don't have to be worried about anything. Okay, so I'm gonna object expand. Okay, and then I'm gonna make sure that it actually expanded everything. So now I'm going into effect, the effect panel. I'm going to distort and transform, and then I want to go into the roughen. I'm gonna make this like 0.2, we'll say. And I want the details up to like 40-ish. Okay, I should have zoomed in. Smooth that out. Okay, let's see how this looks. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, I think I like that. It looks more, so this makes it, just helps it look more like hand done. So the edges aren't as crisp, and so if you like do an effect and then you mess it up, like you do it overkill and then you like zoom in and you're like, oh, this is too much. You can go into the, oh gosh, now I can't remember what this is called. Yes, the appearance panel. Is it the appearance panel? There it is. Okay, it is the appearance panel. So you can go back in and adjust it. So then you can see roughen right there. Okay, so don't want that to be quite as much. Let's go like 0.4. Okay, so I think this is like the finished logos. Cool. I gave you so many different walk-ups, but I think this is what I'm going to stick with for now because I'm doing this for like an hour. So, I should probably save my document. See that? Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to do some more like tweaking off camera and then like put it on like a cool background and stuff so you can see it and then put it up on the screen. And bam, there it is. If you have any questions about what I was doing, or if you have ways to improve my design process, let me know in the comments. Yeah, let me know what you thought. This is my first kind of graphic design like video, and I'm not like claiming to be like the best in the biz or anything, but this is kind of what I like, and I've been doing it for a little bit, so yeah. Thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, yay. applause for you. But yeah, I really appreciated it. Yeah, so I hope you have a great day and I'll see you soon.